All right, what up, everybody? So, quick video, man. I'm out here on vacation, bro. I'm actually out here in the woods and shit, and I have I have no signal whatsoever, man. So, you guys will probably see this video kind of late, but we got to talk about it, right? I know, I hear it, man. I hear it from you guys. A lot of you guys leaving comments about the Devin Haney fight, and I'm gonna drop a separate video on that, talking about it. But right now, we got to talk about David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde. And there's a lot of things, bro, that I think a lot of people are missing with David Benavidez, and I'm going to break it all down, right? But, congratulations to David Benavidez, for defending his title. He went in there and did his thing, right, against Anthony Yarde, who went in there, bro. Let's just be real about this shit. Anthony Yarde was looking like a damn heavyweight in that ring. And David Benavidez still managed to break him down with his pressure, with the speed and the combination punching. That's what I was telling y'all, right? The speed and combinations from Benavidez, they're just, bro, it's just hard, man, to get, especially, it's hard to get past that shit, bro, especially at that weight division, because those guys, they're not used to them type of punches and bunches the way Benavidez be throwing. And, he got the job done against Anthony Yarde, of course, his first stoppage up there at 175. And, a lot of people are saying, like, oh, the monster's back. But, you guys got to remember a couple of things, bro. I just think people forget what's really been going on, right? The monster never left, right? People are saying, like, oh, Benavidez got no power at 175, as he fought Vosdick and didn't knock him out, and then he fought Morrell and didn't knock him out. But, you guys got to remember, bro, when it comes to that Vosdick fight, Benavidez was injured, bro, right? He went into that fight with a cut above his eye and his hands all messed up and shit. And realistically, he shouldn't have even took that damn fight, bro, in the conditions that he was in. Yet he still went in there, he risked it, and he dominated, right? Yet people want to forget, people forget that part about that shit. And they want to say that, oh, he's no monster at 175. You know what I'm saying? Against David Morrell, bro, well, David Morrell is a slick-ass boxer and shit, right? The fact that he did not knock out David Morrell, that does not mean that he did not pretty much dominate that fight as well, So, for me, it was never like the monster, we weren't seeing the monster, bro. It was just the circumstances that he was in, And in this fight, I think David Benavidez showed he reminded everybody what he's really about. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to Benavidez, big shout out to Yarde for, hanging in there, bro. He tried to do his thing, but it was just too much, I felt kind of bad for Yarde, bro. I was kind of hoping that they would stop that fight earlier, as he was taking crazy damage, And we all know that Yarde ain't no hope, bro. He's gonna go out on his shield. He's a damn lion. He went in there, he did himself proud, right? Even though, Benavidez just overwhelmed him, right? It was kind of the way he kind of broke Yarde down in that corner when he fell and they took that point away from Benavidez. It was just, bro, I don't know. It was just kind of like, to me, that was just kind of like Benavidez's moment that he reminded everybody, right? It was kind of iconic the way he kind of broke Yarde down in that corner. And, unfortunately, they took that point away because it was like a late hit. But, Benavidez didn't mean to do that shit, bro. It was just, he was just getting off his combination punches. And that's just what it was, right? But, it was a hell of a fight, right? And the news now, right? Benavidez came out here and told everybody that he's gonna be taking on Zurdo next in Cinco de Mayo and shit, moving up to cruiserweight. Do I like that fight, bro? I would much rather have wanted Benavidez to stay, at light heavyweight and keep going, but let's just, you can't blame Benavidez for moving like this, bro, because let's just be realistic about what's happening here, right? Benavidez was supposed to fight in the undercard, and for some weird reason, last minute, he pulled out or the fight didn't happen. So this just leads me to believe that Benavidez and Bivol, they're about to get their fight in, right? They're about to get that trilogy done and over with. And Benavidez really had no dance partner, right? At 175, who else was he going to fight? He just took out Yarde. So him moving up and catching another belt at cruiserweight, it makes sense, right? And this is not gonna be no easy fight, right? Zurdo Ramirez up there at cruiserweight. It's gonna be a little challenge, but I do believe that Benavidez will get the job done against El Zurdo, you know. And I believe that they announced this shit the way they did right after this fight, because it's gonna be, you guys are gonna see a little war happening, right, between Benavidez and Canelo for next Cinco de Mayo, right? And I believe that this is why Benavidez kind of, you know, he kind of hurried up and announced this shit before Canelo can come out here and announce his fight, maybe with Terrence Crawford, the rematch for next Cinco de Mayo, as there was already rumors, you know. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that shit, right? If Canelo's gonna try to bully him out the date or whatever, but you know, it is what it is, you know. We'll see what goes down with that, you know. But yeah, like I said, you know, Benavidez, he came out here and he put everybody on notice. He reminded everybody of who he really is, you know. And Benavidez is he's looking unstoppable, bro, to keep it real with y'all at this point. He really is looking unstoppable, man. The way Yarde went in there looking like a damn heavyweight, and Benavidez took him out like that, it was, you know, it was something to see, man. But let me know what you guys think about all this shit, bro. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Like I said, I'm out here on vacation, bro. As soon as I get back to civilization, you could say, I'll start dropping some more videos, man. And I'll drop that Devin Haney and Norman Jr. video, because I know a lot of you guys are, you know, you guys, a lot of people are out here saying like, oh, I heard somebody in the comments say, oh, say sorry, apologize. What the fuck am I gonna apologize for, bro? I gave you guys my opinion. If the shit was wrong, it was wrong, bro. It is what it is. But I'm always forever gonna keep it real and tell you guys what I'm seeing in these fights. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, go ahead and leave me a comment. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and that's it for me. You know, I'll be on to the next one, man. I'm out.